Fingers me home, diddy hoo, gada do. Yea, burr, spear, horn, bear, spear, bork, bork, bork.
Welcome to Right on the Mark with your host, Mark Young. Today, I'll be making a couple of my favorite childhood sandwiches. That's right, I got all the ingredients I need to make these sandwiches. Western Pennsylvania, we call them Sammich. So I'll be making two sandwiches that you probably never heard of. One of the sandwiches I make over here is going to be a chipped ham with Isley sauce, barbecue sauce basically. The other sandwich I'm going to be making is a fried jumbo sandwich. Now, jumbo is used in Western Pennsylvania simply because that's what it's known for. Throughout the world and probably the country, it's known as bologna. But here in Western Pennsylvania, it's known as jumbo, and that's what we have here. You know, National Bologna Day is October 24th. It's one of my favorite days because I love preparing my bologna. That's right. You ever seen the commercial bologna? It's a fun commercial. Anyway, let's go over the ingredients. So I got some Isley's chip chop ham here. Got about a half a pound. I got some barbecue sauce, which is from Isley's. I have some bread, some pickles. I have some tomato, mayo, and some jumbo to make the fried jumbo sandwiches. So welcome back to my channel and my food of the week that I'm going to prepare. You know, this is a great lunch to have for your kids. I'm not sure it's a healthy lunch, but back in the day growing up, I can remember eating this almost every day before I went to the pool. Elks Pool, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, we had a small Isley shop down in Menneson. And I could remember back in the day of my Uncle Joe telling stories of when he worked there. And then my cousin Joe actually worked there. And I vaguely remember that. And I'm even donning the hat. So if this hat does you justice, Joe, you tell me. Let me know in the comments below if that's what you wore back in the day when you worked at Isley's. At least I think it was Joe. But anyway, what I'm going to do first is we want to get the meats hot on the griddle. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the Isley's chip chopped ham. We're going to go ahead and just put that on our griddle. Now you could put this on a pan if you're making this at home and you don't have a griddle. I have it on like medium high heat. You don't really want to burn it. It's going to shrink as you flip it over on the griddle as it heats up. But who doesn't like a hot sandwich for lunch? We all eat cold sandwiches for lunch. I mean, heck, it's called cold cuts for a reason. But I like my sandwiches hot. So I'm going to go ahead with the jumbo. Now, my mom always made us fried jumbo sandwiches. I mean, she was known as the sandwich queen, the sandwich maker. So, you know, anytime somebody came over the house would make fried jumbo, she'd make it for us. And she was known as making fried jumbo sandwiches. So Aunt Mary Louise, Mother, here's to you. We're going to dedicate these jumbo sandwiches to you. So you just leave that there on the griddle, just kind of like frying there. You could see it starting to bubble up a little bit. Then you just want to turn it once or twice. This is kind of getting warm up. Yeah, it's nice and heated here. We're going to put the barbecue sauce on this. Now, this isn't something that you're going to cook all day. This is something that you could fry up in a couple minutes. So that's the whole point of lunch, is eating it and getting out and go riding your bike and probably going to Elks with like Ricky, Todd, Jamie, Joe, Kevin, John Kelly, just everybody. Just riding bikes and getting to the Elks for 1 o'clock. So anyway, it's probably time to flip the jumbo. I can remember like going to like Jimbo's house for lunch when we were in high school, and his sister Beth was home. She was going to school or something, and I'm like, Beth, can you make me a sandwich? That's kind of a staple saying. Even now, when I see Jimbo and Beth, I'm like, Beth, can you make me a sandwich? But anyway, let's go ahead and add our barbecue sauce while this is still frying. I want to get an even fry here. So you have your Isley's barbecue sauce. Correct technique of opening is far away so it doesn't get on your white shirt. and the white hat. So we're going to go ahead and just pour this on your chip chopped ham. You could probably lower the heat, like once it starts sizzling and it gets all nice and happy, just like that. Turn down the heat a little bit. Now, if you don't have the barbecue sauce, you could always use ketchup. You can use ketchup in a pinch. As this splashes me on my white shirt with my Mel's Diner hat on. Anyway, that looks all nice and happy. Smells great. Smells fantastic. For you folks that aren't from Pennsylvania or Pittsburgh specifically, you got to try the sandwich. And if you do, you got to let me know what you think of it. I mean, in a pinch, this is great. I mean, who doesn't like a hot sandwich? So you're going to take your bread, spread it out like so, and then you're going to take your bologna, or jumbo if you're from Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh specifically, and just layer that nice and even on your sandwich. My mom would make sure it's nice and flat, hardly any ripples in it, just like that. Now we could take off the chip chopped ham as well, because that looks all nice and happy.
Let's paint in a few little happy trees there.
It kind of shrinks up, so that's about a half a pound, but it looks like a quarter of a pound now. So what you could do is just plop that right on your bread. Now you could use buns, but bread always works better because you could add more to it if you have slices of bread. Buns kind of round. I like the edges on sandwiches because you could just add more to it. You could turn this off now. Your sandwich is basically made. All you need is to dress it up a little. I always like mayonnaise on my fried jumbo sandwiches. So go ahead and add some mayonnaise on that.
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise. That's right, Patrick. Mayonnaise. Make that. Then for this, all you have to do is put your other piece of bread on there. Now, I always like tomatoes on my fried jumbo sandwiches, so I could go ahead and plop one of those on there. Oh yeah, my mouth is watering already. Look at that. Look at those quick and easy sandwiches. That's right, sandwich. Dress it up a little bit by putting some pickles, and you got a deli sandwich. A regular Isley's deli sandwich. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut it. Now I like to cut mine right in the middle, top to bottom. Some people like theirs corner to corner. I was never a corner to corner. I always like the straight, even cut. Just like that. Now that's a very thick sandwich. It's hearty. And I always liked that it was smashable. It's like a smash sandwich, so look at that, folks. Oh, I didn't quite cut that. Let me cut through that tomato.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Fried jumbo sandwich looks like. Look at that. Look at that meat hearty sandwich. Look at the fried Isley's chip chopped ham sandwich. Man, I could eat like 4 of these as a kid because I had so much energy back then. Anyway, folks, that's one of my favorite childhood memories of a sandwich that I used to eat. Now, my mom made a lot of stuff. She'd make like ground up ham and pickles and sandwich spread. That was good too. I don't know how to make that, but I do know how to make this. So I'm keeping this sandwich alive, as we need to do in Pittsburgh, is keep the sandwiches alive. There's only one thing left to do, and that's to taste it. So we're gonna go with a fried jumbo mayonnaise and tomato sandwich going in. Oh yeah, that's where it is, folks. You gotta try that, believe me. Fried jumbo, tomato, and mayo. Beautiful, beautiful. Now I gotta try the fried chip chop ham, barbecued ham. Look at that. All right, ham. That's a hearty lunch. I'm here to tell you. I'm also here to tell you that's a big bingo, baby. This will take you to the promised land. I guarantee it. Stick to my program. I'll get you where you need to go. I'm starting to do food. I'm starting to do drinks. I'm starting to do all kind of things leading up to summer. We're in spring now, so I can't wait to start putting more things on the grill, for sure. Man, that is dynamite. You could add more sauce if you want. I think it's saucy enough, but you could just keep adding sauce. Let me know what you think of this sandwich. If you've ever made it, if you've ever heard of it. I mean, come on, who hasn't heard of that? Jumbo. I love saying jumbo. Not Jimbo, jumbo. I want to shout out to my fans. Shout out to PJ. Get well soon, buddy. And all my fans in Hagerstown. Trust me, baby, I'll take you to the promised land. Anyway, folks, that about wraps it up for Right on the Mark with your host, Mark Young. Don't forget to like, subscribe, tap that bell so you don't miss any of this, and who knows what else I'm going to do. I'm going to prepare. Stay safe out there, folks. See you next time. Wow, this is fantastic. Man, these pickles are even good. Oh yeah, baby.